on what hasn't gone well, to beat up on ourselves, but actually we may miss the things that have actually gone well for us in 2023. To my clients, take a moment. To all my watchers, take a moment to reflect on what are you proud of in 2023. Yeah, we know things that didn't go well. You should have done this, you should have done that. But we're going to take a moment to put that to one side. What are you proud of? What advancements have you made in your life in 2023? Just give yourself a moment. And as you ponder upon that, as the last moments of 2024 come to an end, ask yourself, what do I need to let go of in 2024? What is no longer serving me in 2024? What no longer serves me? What do you need to let go of in 2024? This is, I think, a beautiful time. For many of us, not all of us, depending on your industry, that time between Christmas and New Year can provide us with the gift of space and time, where we may be clearing out, putting new things in our space and our environments. And as such, I'm inviting you to ponder upon what need do you need to let go of in 2024? What is no longer serving you? What is no longer working in your best interests? Now, I'm not a massive advocate of New Year's resolutions. We know that that often doesn't work for ourselves. We know that there'll be a massive upsurge in people wanting to go to the gyms and get fit, and that all makes sense. I'll also be a part of that tirade. Remember, therapists are nothing but humans after all. But be mindful of how you set your goals and aspirations for 2024. Maybe start really small. And this is why I'm a massive fan of us thinking about, what do I need to let go of so that I can make space for new things to come into my precious life? What do I need to let go of? What no longer serves me? What is hindering me? What is holding me back? What comes up for you when you speculate on those topics? I'm a believer that we are manifestors. A lot of us manifest what we don't want in our lives. It's one of the reasons we can end up depressed and anxious. But also, it's often because we're unconscious of what we're manifesting in our lives. We're not paying attention to what we're bringing into our lives. So the key here is to become more conscious, more deliberate about what it is that you are bringing into your life. So that's the question. What do you need to let go of? What is no longer serving you? And what do you need to surrender? Surrender is a big process, because the problem with surrender is you have to get over your ego. Your ego will vehemently hold on to the familiar and the sameness. If you know your girl Key, if you're part of the Navigate Narcissism Now community, you will know that your ego will have a massive problem with you letting go. What do you need to let go of in 2023? What is no longer serving you in 2023? What do you need to let go of in your life? What is harming you? What is hindering you? So for this time, we want to take a moment out, just a moment, to think about what has served you well in 2023. What has worked well for you? What has helped you to have massive strides and massive gains? What has worked well for you? For many of us, we may not value ourselves enough. When you don't value yourself enough, the low value you have of yourself will show up in your life. And that's been one of my biggest gains for 2023, is valuing myself more. And for the first time, I've been able to experience the gold from shifting my perspective of myself. But if I'm very truthful, the reason that has shown up in my life is because I have invested. I have a psychologist, Nicole, who works alongside me. Every month I invest in my time with Nicole to be able to work on the aspects of myself that I'm not best proud of. And one of the things that showed up for me personally was not valuing myself. And so when you don't value yourself, it shows up in your life. It shows up in your career. It shows up in your relationships. It shows up in your finances, not valuing yourself. I've made a massive victory this year in terms of the valuing of myself and being unapologetic about my worth. So be mindful as you ponder at this time what has worked well for you. What have been your gains in 2023? I probably should write this down. What have been your gains? But also, what have been your disappointments? What has been your disappointments? Just take a moment. What are you disappointed about? What are you not so proud about in terms of what you've done or not been able to do in 2024? What are you not proud of? What are you disappointed about in yourself? As you may or may not know, I'm a massive advocate of self-responsibility, because if we're not taking self-responsibility, then we're blaming others. Not great for your greatness. That'll keep you stuck. That'll make you bitter. That'll make you resentful. If they would have done this, they should have done that. Often, many of us want other people to change. And you know why you want other people to change? Because if they change, you don't have to do the work on yourselves. That's one of the reasons we want people to change, especially if you're an overgiver. If you're a go above and beyond and look at all the good things I've done for you and how could they treat me like this, then you are giving with an agenda. Be conscious of your expectations. Often it is our expectations that are fueling our depression, our sadness and disappointment of others. And I'm not lying. If you know what I'm talking about, give me a heart, a like. If you've got a question, post it below. It's been a while since I've done a live. And I'm doing two. I'm doing Instagram and I'm doing my YouTube channel. Hey, you can clearly tell I ain't got a party to go to tonight, but nevertheless. So as we take a moment, as the year comes to an end, what have been your successes in 2023? What are you proud of, man? Sheridan, it's been a while. Slap down in the bottom there. What are you proud of? What have you done that you've been proud of in 2023? I've already mentioned valuing myself more. After working with the psychologist, Nicole has been incredibly beneficial to me and the stage that I'm at in my life today. What has been your successes in 2023? Take a moment, postulate. What has been your biggest disappointments for 2023? What's hurt you? What sideswiped you? Did you not see coming? What has crippled you? What's made you cry? What's made you feel depressed? What's made you feel anxious? What has brought you sorrow in 2023? We want to give equal space for what has gone well and what has not gone so well. Often when we're depressed, we're sad, we pay more attention to what hasn't gone well. And we miss the great things. We miss the small things, the mini miracles. And as we enter into 2024, what do you need to let go of? What do you need to let go of as we turn into a new year? Because as we know, it's that time of new year, new me. New year, new me. Yeah? Okay, cool. New year, new you. Absolutely. Why not? However, it can be a challenge. What do you need to let go of in 2024? The challenge with letting go is it will activate your ego, and your ego is a fan of sameness and stuckness. Sameness and stuckness. Your ego likes familiarity. So you need to expect resistance from the self when you try to let go of what no longer serves you in 2024. Keep it small. Start small. What no longer serves you in 2024, what do you need to let go of? But like I said, anytime you think about letting go, your ego will be activated. Ego, I regard under the teachings of Dr. Wayne Dyer as edge God out. That's when I think I know all the answers. And so I'm going to do it my way. If you've got any questions, feel free to post. Always happy to answer. When we think about letting go, your ego will be activated. I have a load of CD singles out in the garage. And I'm looking at them and I want to let them go. Ego's like, yeah, but they'll be worth a load of money soon. Really? It's going to take a lot of years. So what do? Just keep retaining it? I want the space back. I want the mental space. So I'm going to choose to let go. I'm not an antique collector. It's just not my lane. I'm going to let the CD singles go. What do you need to let go of in your life? But you can start with the small things because you'll see your ego will get activated on small things. This is why if we hoard, letting go of things is a massive issue. If people hoard, they have a massive issue letting go because they retain. Their ego is activated. Have you ever known somebody in your family, a friend who might hoard, and then you think you're doing them a favor by coming in and tidying up? You will activate their ego. You will activate their rage. Not great for your greatness. Sometimes our help is not invited and it's not welcomed. So be mindful. So just 4 aspects for you to percolate upon as this year comes to an end. What are the successes that you've had? What has gone well for you in 2023? What are you proud of? Many of us don't declare what we're proud of within ourselves. What has been your disappointments for 2023? Thirdly, what is no longer serving you as you enter into 2024? What one thing do you need to let go of, my people? What do you need to let go of? And as I said before, when you let go, before you let go, you won't even let it go. Your ego will be activated. And you need to pay good attention to your ego because it will have a wonderful story that goes alongside that. And what is the one small thing you can commit to? One small thing. What is the one small thing that you will be doing differently in 2024? That's it. What change do you want in your life? As I already said today on Judy's podcast, we are all manifestors. A lot of us are unconscious of our own powers. So we manifest what we don't want in our lives. What do you want in your life? What do you need to pay attention to? Where do you need to place your focus in order to bring an ambition, an idea, a vision into your life? Where do you need to place your energy? As you know, I specialize in narcissism. Narcissism is energy. Placing your energy on somebody else, hoping, wishing, wanting them to change is a sure recipe for your own sadness. What we want to do, what I'm encouraging you, depending on where you're at in your life right now, is the reclaiming of your own energy, reclaiming of your tension, reclaiming of your focus, in order to begin to consider, what do you want for your precious life that is time-bound here on God's Creator, Jah, Christ, Buddha, Allah's world, or for the non-believers, I don't know, the earth. What do you want for your life? And my encouragement to you is to think about, ponder upon how you will tomorrow, begin to take silent, quiet steps in the direction of your dreams and your ambitions. It's in your power. But often our power is being plugged in to the wrong people and the wrong situations, and it is no wonder we end up sad, depressed, burnt out, stressed out. Not great for your greatness. I wish you all a good new year. I hope it brings you joy. I hope it brings you clarity. And for the people who are going through a valley in their life, where this season is not all fun, frolics, and joy, where there's been loss, there's been grief, pain, and anguish, I hope your pain becomes purposeful. I hope you're able to gauge the message in your experience in order to percolate and ponder upon what you might need to be doing differently. Remember, tragedy and sadness happens to all of us. It's not about the tragedy or the sadness. It's about how we react to our situations. If you're stuck in responding, you may become angry, burnt out, fueled by emotion. There is a great skill in learning to sit, to breathe, to be still as we ingest and digest what is going on for us in the present situation. The answers are always within us. We usually know what we need, but we may need the space and the relationship to be able to work that out. What do you want for your life in 2024? What are you going to do differently? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations in your precious life? What do you want for yourself? Do you know how many people I meet who don't have a vision for their life, for what they want? Depressed and anxious because our energy has been focused on situations you cannot control and have zero power over. You already are a manifester. For many of us, we just manifest what we don't want. Everything is energy. Pay attention to where you place your energy, to who you give your energy to. And remember, if you are plowing your energy into people and situations that are beyond your control, you will burn out. You will make yourself depressed. The key here is being deliberate and focused. And as you shift and you change, there will be unintended consequences. It will surprise you and baffle you that people who you thought were on your team are no longer there. And that's a part of your unfoldment. That is a part of your growth. And my hope for you, as you go through that process, is you take the time out to engage, connect with new circles. We have to get ourselves out of our comfort zone, out of our stagnation zone, and experience newness. I encourage you to think about what newness can you experience. What newness do you need to invite into your precious life in 2024? It's your girl, Keeley Taverner, on a live as 2023 comes to an end, encouraging you to percolate, ponder upon, consider, what do I want for my life in 2024? What do you need to commit to? You've committed enough to everybody else. You've gone above enough for everybody else. What do you need for your own unfoldment? Do take care of you, because if you don't, remember, no one is here to save us. We must learn to save ourselves. And that truth is very inconvenient. However, the truth will always set you free. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your girl Key. Quick live, check in to see how my YouTube crew are doing. Do take care. Peace. Blessing.